Hey, what's up? It's Comic95, the Savior. I really didn't want to talk about this yet because I kind of touched on this in another video that I have already recorded but have yet to upload, but I feel like this is worth having its own separate video. I've talked about this several times before, but it needs to be said again. Stop learning Japanese! So, this sounds really wrong, weird, and twisted, like it's coming from a place of jealousy or envy or whatever, but I'm telling you this because I was you, and a better example than myself, since I am still not 100% fluent in Japanese, is to use my friend Olivia, who is also subscribed to me, hi Olivia, who is actually bilingual. And what I really want to get at is, you're using Japanese, as I've said in my other videos, and in a future one that you have not seen yet, as a cover-up to avoid getting to Japan. Learning Japanese is procrastination. It is. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of money, and even if you're learning it for free by watching YouTube or going to the library, why? What are you doing? If what you're doing is not earning you college credits, if it is not making you money that is being put into a savings account for Japan, you're not working on coming to Japan. You do not need Japanese to come to Japan. Everyone here already speaks Japanese. There's Japanese people. They don't need you. Japanese is not needed to go to school in Japan. It is not needed to work in Japan. Even if you want to work at a Japanese company or go to a Japanese university, they have English programs, English departments, and room for foreigners to do whatever. No matter how well you study or learn Japanese, they will almost always only exclusively hire a Japanese person. If they need someone to speak Japanese and English, they are going to hire a Japanese person, a native Japanese person that is bilingual and or, native fluent in English, not you. What you're doing is a poor man's excuse to avoid facing the reality and getting yourself a real job. You need to get a job.
Hey, where you going?
To my job!
You have a job?
Why wouldn't I? I'm not some lazy, inconsiderate jerk who lays in bed all day.
He learns Japanese on YouTube and watches hentai and plays video games.
Oh, they're everywhere, especially if you're green and have 6 tentacles.
Thanks. I'm gonna go look for one so I can stop mooching off my friends and they can get back to their lives.
Stop being lazy. If you have a job, great. Instead of learning Japanese, get a second job. You should only be making Japanese a focus in your life after you've already saved up more than enough money. You have your loans, you have your credit, you're on your way to Japan. If you cannot say yes to all of those things, yes, I have, I finished my application process, I know I'm going to go to Japan this day, this month, whatever. If you do not have over $10,000 saved up, if you do not have student loans lined up, credit in check, you should not be studying Japanese. There's no reason for you to be spending 2-3 hours a day on YouTube looking at, videos on how to speak Japanese, or playing video games and, reading manga, whatever. What are you doing with yourself? That is not going to get you to Japan. This is valuable time that you could be using to be making money, which you are going to need once you come to Japan. Even if you get loans and you're like, oh, I already have money, so I don't need to have more than $10,000. Your loans have to be paid back. You think you're going to be able to pay off loans making $2,000 a month working at a Japanese school? Well, good luck to you. So get real with yourself. Stop wasting time. You do not need to learn Japanese. Saying that you're learning Japanese as your response to I am serious about Japan is comical at best. And it is really hard for me not to laugh at you. But you're going to have to learn on your own. I'm not telling you that you don't need Japanese entirely, because obviously it does make your life easier and help you to get by in your day-to-day life, but the reality is you're a foreigner, you're going to be living in Tokyo, and you're probably not even going to work a job that's ever going to have you speak Japanese a day in your life. And even if you do, you knowing Japanese is going to do nothing more than get you a job at a ramen restaurant. You're not going to be getting paid more than an English teacher. You're going to be making $8 an hour. So all those hours that you spent learning Japanese are going to go down the drain. Not to mention the majority of what you learn online and even through books and even from Japanese people. Go figure. They will not teach you how to speak properly. They will teach you how to sound like a foreigner and how to be robotic and not how to talk naturally. Thus, people will commonly laugh at you or think that you talk cute because you don't speak like how normal people do. Not to mention that there's different dialects depending on where you live. And even if you live in Tokyo, you will notice that certain polite words such as no in Japanese is pretty much never used. Same thing goes for how are you? Nobody says that. I can go on with the whole list of weird stuff that I learned that people laughed at me for asking or saying. There's cultural differences, and unfortunately, these things, because they don't translate properly and people don't care to correct it, you're taught this when you go to school to learn Japanese, even in Japan. So anyway, my whole point to you is not to tell you, oh, don't ever learn Japanese, you're never going to use it, never going to need it. Yes, you do need it and you will learn it, but really save that for when you actually come to Japan, where you're actually going to learn things that are useful and helpful. You don't really need this before you get here. And while you should study before you come to Japan, you don't want to prioritize spending time studying Japanese over earning college credits and over working an additional job. If you have time to sit on your ass at home and watch my long ass videos and to watch Japanese Pot 101 and follow every person that's in Japan's Instagram account and actively like everything they post, there is no reason for you to not have an additional job. You should have your $10,000 saved up in about 6 or 7 months. It shouldn't even take you that long. You're wasting time. Learning Japanese is not getting yourself to Japan. Claiming that you have some great grand business idea that's going to make you money is not getting you to Japan. I'm sorry, but just being real, having, whatever little Etsy or eBay store, this is nice. It'll help you to make money to get here. But you cannot say, oh yeah, I'm going to make it to Japan because I have this clothing store. How much are you making right now? Nothing. How much are you going to make next month? $100. Is that enough to get here? Absolutely not. I'm not trying to crush or run over your dreams, but I'm trying to help you be realistic. If you don't even have a degree, how are you going to support and fund your little business ideas? So you don't even have to come to Japan, but be realistic with yourself now. You're not fooling me, you're only fooling yourself. So again, you're going to see a very repetitive video because I have another one that's going to be uploaded very soon on the similar topic. But I'm just letting you guys know, you need to stop focusing on trying to learn Japanese. It's not doing anything for you. The gods of Japan aren't going to come down from the sky and be like, oh, dear Gaijin, like you've learned enough Japanese. Okay, here goes a free or a discounted ticket to Japan. No, you have to get money to come to Japan. How are you going to get money if you're spending all of your free time on YouTube or, watching anime or porn or asking stupid questions about what do Japanese people think about this group of people or what do Japanese people think about whatever? These are nice and normal questions to have. I'm not throwing any shade at you for that. I had these questions too. That's why I made these videos, because they were things I thought of too, and nobody talks about this stuff. Totally understand. But don't let this consume all of your time. And if you really honestly think in your mind that this is preparing you for Japan, you are not a very smart person. I'm sorry to be real with you, but tough love, just being honest, you're not. And it's okay. We all have to learn. We all have to start and come from somewhere. I was once you. I'm not trying to act like I'm better than you, but I'm letting you know to not be stupid me. This is not getting you to Japan. I spent hours and hours and days studying Japanese, and I swear I forgot everything that I learned within less than 24 hours of being here. My mind went blank. I became anxious. I got paranoid. I got lost. I did everything wrong. And that's okay, because now I know so much more than what I studied before I came here. Everyone learns at their own pace. There's no rush. But my point is, do not stress out about your Japanese language skills or ability, and do not use that as an excuse for why you can't come to Japan because you don't speak well enough. And do not trick yourself into believing you're preparing for Japan by learning Japanese, because you are not. Watching YouTube videos, reading your little Genki book or dirty Japanese book, which might I add is full of irrelevant stuff that nobody says and sounds really weird and will make your friends laugh. It's not preparing you for Japan. It's not going to help you at school. It's not going to help you get a job. And more than likely, you're not going to learn enough actual sentence structure and how to reply and speak and ask questions from those books. Thus, even though you have some words and vocabulary in your head, you're not going to really know how to actually use them in real active conversations. Thus, it is a total waste of time. All those hours that you're using studying Japanese, while the language will be needed here, it's not going to help you get here. And in actuality, Japanese is not like how Spanish is in America. There is English available on pretty much everything, everywhere, all the time in Tokyo. You can easily live in Tokyo for your entire life without ever speaking a lick of Japanese. I don't recommend it, but you most certainly can. As I told you guys, I pretty much wasted my whole first year here. It took until almost the end of my first year where I finally learned hiragana, katakana, and I finally learned some very basic Japanese. Took that long because I wasn't being serious, I wasn't studying, I was busy dating, partying, having fun, and I didn't really find a need for it. It's very easy to just speak in English because even Japanese people will just talk to you in English. So don't waste your time with this. You can learn Japanese once you come here. It's not preparing you for Japan. It's not helping you get a degree. It's not helping you get money. Stop wasting time. In fact, for a lot of you guys that claim to be broke, but yet you're studying Japanese, why don't you use this time to be looking for scholarships? Oh, that's right, you're procrastinating, aren't you? Exactly. You're not doing things that you should be doing. You're not trying to build your credit. You're not trying to get another job. You're not trying to go back to school while you're still in your home country. Why are you waiting 2+ years to go to school in Japan? Why aren't you working on credits in your home country? Even doing a semester in your home country would be beneficial. Now you have more credits. You're closer to graduating. Why are you sitting on your ass and making up excuses? If you're not in Japan, you should be in school in your home country. If you're not in Japan, you should be working in your home country. If you're not doing either, why are you learning Japanese? Please help me. Explain this to me. I don't understand. You're wasting time. You need money, don't you? Get a job. You need scholarships, don't you? Apply for them. You're not going to get this stuff otherwise. What you're doing is so stupid. You're going to end up coming to Japan. You're going to have enough for one semester. You're going to think that you can play the system, and you're going to try to get a part-time job. I think that's going to, carry you and allow you to continue working here, and it's not. You're going to get caught up by immigration. They're going to deport your ass, put you in the news, and you're going to be on a 10-year ban and have a very hard time getting a visa in the future. You're going to look stupid. That's what you're about to do. So go ahead, do you. I'm not your mama. I can't tell you what to do. I can only advise you. I can give you some tough love and tell you, what I think you should do. But ultimately, you're going to do your own thing. So again, it's not that learning Japanese is of the devil and such a horrible thing, but it's that learning Japanese is a distraction. It's procrastination. It's okay to learn it after you've got everything enrolled. I'm not talking about you decided in your mind where you want to go. If you have not paid your application fees, you are not signed up to start school, you should not be paying money for a business Japanese class. You should not be watching YouTube for 3 hours a day to try to, watch anime without subtitles, or, watch Japanese pod, whatever. Or read your little Genki book, which has a ton of irrelevant crap inside of it. You shouldn't be doing that. That time should be used to be babysitting, mowing lawns, doing something to make more money. If you're not in school yet, don't tell me that you plan to go to school next semester. Why aren't you going this semester? What are you doing? I was going to college all the way up until I came to Japan. I didn't sit on my ass and say, oh, well, I'm not in Japan, so let me wait until I get there so I can experience, Japanese school for 4 years. What? Okay, cool. Like I said, do your own thing. But huge mistake, like I said, and you're going to regret it once you run out of money, once you, don't get approved for those loans, etc. You're going to be here for one semester and be taking your ass right back home. So don't say that I didn't warn you. So that's that. Like I said, Japanese is not bad. It's okay to learn it, but you need to spend your time and money wisely. It is the last thing that you should be doing to prepare for Japan. You should not be prioritizing that. If you're not currently going to school, even if it's a junior college, if you're not currently going to school, you're not currently working, a job, or you should have two. If you have time to watch videos and this, you got time to work a second job. If you're not doing that, you don't have a savings account established, you don't have at least $10,000 already put aside, learning Japanese shouldn't even be on your plate. It is a total waste of time. So we can argue in the comments. You can ask me, oh, why do you think that? Whatever. I'll gladly reply. But I pretty much already answered it here. Do what you want. I can't control you. I'm simply telling you that I see you making a huge mistake right now, and so many people do so. Nobody that I went to school with is on the same path that I am. Everyone that I went to school with either went back home to America, they got homesick, or they're living in Japan on a sham marriage. If you want to do that, by all means, go ahead. I ain't gonna judge you. But when immigration, cracks down, or your best friend snitches on you, and you getting deported, I'm gonna be laughing at you when I see you on the news. So I'm just letting you guys know, be very careful, set real goals for yourself, and learning Japanese is not a real goal. Having a plan to have this business or whatever is It's not a real goal to realistically get to Japan. It's a business plan that may or may not work, which is nice. It's good to have those plans. I'm not trying to crush your dreams, but being realistic. If you're not making money off of it right now, this is a distraction. It's all in your mind. Be realistic with yourself. If your little business idea is not going to it's a proven fact that it's gonna sell, it's gonna make you money right now, then my question is, what are you doing? Because at best, you're gonna make, at the absolute best, you'll make a few $1,000s off of whatever you have in mind. It's not gonna be 10K, and it's not gonna come to you quickly or fast. You're gonna probably spend more money on ads and writing, or putting together whatever you're trying to do, than the actual plan that you have. It's not gonna do anything for you. I get so many messages from people claiming to be entrepreneurs or claiming to have all of these plans or whatever about what they're going to do and asking for my advice. And I am not God. I cannot tell you whether your business is going to take off or not. But the reality is, a lot of you guys' ideas are so stupid and simple. I'm being so real with you. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. They are. There's stuff that everybody and their mama has already thought of. So it's like, okay, how is yours any different? It's not. And not just that. I mean, you're not known. You don't have a website, you don't have a company, you don't have a business license, you have nothing put together yet. It's going to cost you more money to make your business legit than it is to actually save that money to get to Japan. So why are you doing all of this stuff to avoid going to school and to avoid getting 2 real jobs? Excuse me, I just bit my lip. I don't know why. And that's between you and God. I don't have to know why. I'm just telling you, what I honestly think. You guys asked me a question. I'm simply answering it. So again, I mean, learn Japanese if you want to. Waste your time, waste your money. You will see. It will do you no good. You'll enjoy being able to talk to people and sound cute because you're talking really proper, or you sound really weird and robotic, and people will find it adorable. But in actuality, your skills were a waste of time. It didn't get you anything. You just ended up wasting time in which you could have been using that time that you were studying Japanese to make money in your home country. You will not get that time or that money back again. Once you miss that window, that door, that gate, it's closed, it's gone forever. Now you have to go back to America or whatever country you're from to make that kind of money again. The pay in Japan is significantly less. The yen is not worth as much as a US dollar. So keep that in mind too. Your 10K is worth even more in Japan once you, convert or, whatever, your money. So again, like I said, the choice is totally yours. You want to waste time learning Japanese, you think it's going to really do something for you. It makes you feel better because you're too lazy to get a job, you're too lazy to go to school, you're so determined and headstrong, and you are just completely stubborn, and you've decided, I will not go to school unless I'm in Japan. I will not get a job unless I'm in Japan. I will live off of my loans. I will live off of my $10,000 that I have saved up. Go ahead. I can't fight you. I can't make you do anything. But I can tell you that you're making a huge mistake. It is very unlikely that you will be successful. Can you do it? Of course. There's always an exception to every rule. But I don't recommend it. So that is that. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really sorry I had to be real with you guys. I really wanted to be more real than this and go into more detail. But I'm not going to. I'll leave it at that. You know who you are if you've stated some stuff that wasn't necessarily the smartest idea. And it's okay, you don't have to apologize to me or whatever, feel bad about it. I thought the same things as you. I'm letting you know from experience that it doesn't work that way. So I want you to stop doing that or thinking that, and I want to keep people from making my mistakes. I'm not trying to pretend as though I'm better than you, like I said. I know that I've done dumb things and I will continue to do stupid stuff. We're all human. But because we are all humans, I want to try my best to help you and keep you from making my mistakes. So that is that. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and if you have not already, subscribe. Other than that, I have an Instagram and Twitter account, and I also have a Snapchat and Facebook page as well. The links for everything is down in the description box below, as well as at the end of this video. If you have any questions that you would like to ask or any comments on this, please leave them down below. We can debate, argue, you can ask me what I think about whatever, and I will try my best to answer your questions. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you will watch another video. Goodbye!